Hey everybody, Coaching of the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, hello. Please announce yourself when you come into the room for the first 5 minutes. After that, once I start the channel, I will not acknowledge you until after the video is completed. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please like my video and please subscribe to my channel and please leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, because YouTube will use the algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet to people who need to hear the message. So yeah, hey Shannon, what's up? How you doing? It's a cool day in Detroit today, a little rainy and gross. This summer's kind of stunk. Hey Carol. Hey Pat. Yeah, so hopefully July and August will be warm. You know, it'll be good. And COVID's no joke, guys. I'm telling you. I'm in week 3. And hey Nancy. COVID is no joke. So Lee has it. He's about a week behind me. So yeah, he's in week number 2. I'm in week number 3. So hey Cal, what's up? My nose is itching. Yep. So COVID cough is real. Yep. So we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. But yes, a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of energy that's popping around and portals and all kinds of cool stuff. So stargates. Yep. Thank you, Pat. And so yeah. So wait a couple minutes and see who else pops on. And then we'll begin. Hey, Pratik. What's up, my friend? What's up? Yeah, so, yeah, it's kind of a weird day in Detroit. I'm looking forward to having warm weather. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Haley. What's up, girl? Hello, Miss Erica. Yeah, so, we'll see. But summer solstice is next Wednesday. Get ready. I'm telling you. Hey, Kathy. Because it's going to be popping between now and then and a week after. So, be ready to see stargates. Hey, Adrian, how's it going for you? Yep, lots of stuff going on. So, prepare yourself, Spirit says. Prepare yourself. The energy's being mixed up, he says. Which is true. It's being mixed, right? There's, I'm going to talk about some other stuff too, like being prepared for the third dimensionals, okay? Because they've got their backup, and they're not coming with us. And so, yes, I know it's pretty great, Adrian. I'm glad you caught me live. Yeah, so I think we're going to start. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about being prepared for the 3 Ds. All right. As we get closer to the 21st, which is next Wednesday. All right. And with everything that's going on with the former president. All right. It's an end of an era. Let me just tell you that much. Okay. They're being triggered into survival mode. All right. So try not to engage with them until the time is right. All right. Why I'm saying that is because, hey, Kelly, is that as we go forward into 2023, all right, minds will be changed by what comes out in the trial, all right, and the trials ahead of us, right? The indictment, the federal indictment, and also the state indictments of New York and Georgia are coming, and then also January 6th, all right? So there's a lot of stuff going to happen between now and the end of 24, okay? Now, Pluto's back in Capricorn, right? It left Aquarius, like we talked about before, right? And it's back into Capricorn at 29 degrees. What does that mean? Okay, Capricorn's the government, okay? Capricorn is structure, right? And it's at 29 degrees, which is in a very, very intense, impactful until January when Pluto goes into Aquarius for a bit, then it goes back into Capricorn for the end of the year. It's done since 2008. I'm not sure how many years it is. It goes into Aquarius for 20 years. Why does that matter? Because between now and the end of 24 is when there's going to be lots of epiphanies about what has happened in the government, all right, with the former president, right? selling documents to, not even selling documents, giving documents to foreign powers that are not our friends because he's boastful. All right. Well, the boastful's coming down and the 3Ders are going up. All right. So be prepared that chimes that as we go into 23, family reunions, fall, Christmas. Hey, Laura, Thanksgiving, holidays, right? Be prepared to have if you have people in your life, family members, things like that, be ready to engage them in the proper way. Okay, not an I told you so, not an ego thing, but they're going to absolutely have an epiphany of, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was that bad, because it's bad. All right? Hey, Tracy Parker, it is bad. And the energy on the planet, but in the United States, with the summer solstice next week and the gateways opening to show us our future, all right? I'm now able to see energy by looking out the window. Blows my mind. I can see, I can see the matter of time. I can see the matter of life. I can see the matter of light, which blows my mind. It's been going on for 6 months or so. I didn't really say anything. I'm thinking, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I just started happening. And that's how it's going to happen with everybody. As we hit these milestones, everybody, we hit these milestones of the summer solstice. Okay? That is a huge portal. Huge portal. We have to be prepared not to trick ourselves in a third dimensional way of not believing what we see. Because I'm telling you, you're going to be pulled into higher dimensional energy and you're going to stay there for a while. Okay? Not just with lucid dreams, not just with knowing things, but with seeing things. A Stargate is just around the corner. You never know where it's going to be. What's a Stargate? A direct connection to the divine. Direct connection to the universe. With all kinds of knowing inside that Stargate. All right? And we know of 3 or maybe 4 portals. Okay? Lilydale, Sedona, Camp Chesterfield in Indiana. I think there's 3 right there. Okay? More will open as we move forward into 23 and 24. All right? Believe what you see. Believe what you see. Document what you see. All right? Document your dreams. Because as you go forward, I'm telling you guys, you're going to look back at this time and go, what the hell? That was my trigger point. That was my point where I stayed in 5D all the time. Or I went from 4th dimension to 5th dimension, and it is amazing that nothing bothers me. It's amazing that I have no fear. It's amazing that I'm not worried about anything. Because when you're there, you don't. You believe, you trust, you know. All right? So as the things start to come to pass, because they're going to, they got him by the back of the neck. Okay? We have to be prepared to teach, but only when teaching is appropriate. All right? Because there's going to be lots and lots of people who are staying, who are going to come out of where they've been, and they are going to be extremely interested on, wow, I can't believe that happened. Wow, I can't believe he did that. Wow, I can't believe it's this bad. All right? Because it's bad. It's bad. Okay? So as we get closer to the 21st, which is next Wednesday, be prepared to move into higher dimensional energy and stay there. Chimes. I'm telling you guys, those chimes ain't rung all day till right now. Because spirit is in the house. Trust me, it is in the house big time. All right? I know. I need to convey to you how important between now and next Wednesday and the week after is for all of us. Because many times what will happen is our ego makes us retreat. because we don't know what it is. We kind of freak out. Like people will text me and say, Bill, there was this happened, that happened. Well, what do you think that is? I don't know. Really? Bill, somebody called my name. Really? Who do you think that is? I don't know. Really? You watch me every Thursday at 3 or on YouTube. How can you not say, oh, I know who it is? I know what it is. Because it's them. Okay? So be ready to be uplifted, Spirit says. Be ready for epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Now, when you do get into an energy that is exciting, your heart will flutter. Trust me. You'll boom, 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 boom. You'll get that. All right? That's when you want to have something to say and something to do. Something to say and something to do. On the 21st, sit on the ground, if it's warm outside and sunny, and just sit and close your eyes and put your palms up. Okay? If you run into some energy that is positive, that is just, you're walking through the park, you're walking around your neighborhood, you're walking downtown Detroit, walking down in a city that you live in, around the world, pay attention to the energy that is thump, 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 thump. Because I'm telling you, that's when you need to have a script ready. You just close your eyes or whatever you do and talk. I'm looking forward, Spirit, to being in with you with the divine. I am ready for everything you have ahead of me. I am prepared. I'm prepared to be led. I'm prepared to allow whatever you have to say. And I will guarantee you, some people will be so emotional, they will cry. Because you're going to feel like God has found you. You're going to feel like the universe is all around you. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, there's something in me now that I cannot believe how I feel. Because it's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. Okay? Be prepared. Have something. Please don't ignore it. Because the last thing that you want to do is have your guides expecting you to be prepared with something, or just saying to them, help me out when that happens, because I believe it's going to. Trusting in them, trusting that your guides are going to bring you to that point when you're ready. Doesn't mean that you're not going to feel it. Doesn't mean that you're not going to be like, okay, today's energy is kind of weird. It's kind of cool though, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of got me all excited inside. Awesome. That's the key. It's got me kind of depressed. Why has it got you depressed? Are you afraid of moving forward? Are you afraid of 4 and 5D? Have you not been doing your work with your guides by talking to them, asking them for help? So many people forget. So many people forget to ask for what you want. They forget, right? Because they can't see them in front of them. Well, okay, but you can't see anything in front of you in reality, except for 3D, because that's where we live. Are you spiritual or not? Are you connected to your guides or not? It's easier for them to lead you in the future if you have a relationship with them. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Being in gratitude, right? Being thankful for what you have. Understanding that you're at this place for a reason. Been there, done that. Or I'd be doing this from Kihei, Maui, sitting in my backyard on the Pacific Ocean. Right, have I grown in 5 years? Of course I have. Did I allow it? Not all the time. Still human. All of us are like that. But as we go into 23 and 24, more and more of that was going to disappear. Our adverse energy towards it is going to disappear. They'll pluck it right out of our bodies. Chimes. They'll pluck it right out of our bodies because we need to hit the milestones. And every single thing that happens in the next year and a half are going to be milestones. Getting us ready for 2026. Okay? When people start to reveal themselves. I'm not talking about human beings. ETs and things like that. Okay? As the world truly shifts after the next election in 24. Okay? We have to be prepared for that in a fantastically wonderful way of looking forward to what's coming, looking forward to allowing them to guide us, to bring us what we need without fear. And the hardest thing, I'm telling you, the hardest thing you will ever do is get rid of your fear. We've lived in a fear-based third-dimensional world for 12,000 years. Your internals, your people, your past lives, all know about the struggle. They all know about the fear. Think about 100 years ago. Were we these people? Not even close. In 1923, people didn't even have indoor sewage. They didn't even have a bathroom inside their house. They didn't have a refrigerator. Think about that, survival. The standard of living was here. Now it's pretty much here. So how much are we going to change in the next year and a half? Next 20 years? Next 50 years? Next 100 years? Crazy growth into higher dimensional beings up to 12D. Now 12D is the Palladians and Sirius. Being connected beyond my belief, beyond my comprehension of what that is. But we have to make sure that we're doing our daily practice, okay? If that means sitting in the car for 5 minutes a day, sit in the car 5 minutes a day, close your eyes and just be. Take that time to do a meditation. Take that time to spend time with yourself. You have to. Even if it's before bed, it doesn't matter. But it's all about understanding that as we move forward into 4th and 5D, that we're going to be activated, bing, 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 bing. We truly are. Knowing things we've never known before. And every single change of season, every equinox, every solstice, is going to become 100 times more intense. Because the universe has never been in this place in space before. Never. All kinds of gamma rays are hitting the earth. They're making us tired as humans because we're absorbing it, believing we have to force our way forward because we've always done that. We've always done that for 12,000 years. Didn't just sit and absorb. We move past the resistance. I know that I was taught that. The harder you work, the more you're going to have. The harder you work, the more you're going to get paid. The harder you work, okay. That's not true anymore. And the people that wish that was true are the 3Ders. And they're going to be the ones. You can hear it on TV every day. You can hear it from moms and dads around the country every day. Those Gen Zers don't do it. They're the ones who are going to lead us because they're looking at it from a third dimensional understanding. Those Gen Zers are the ones who are connected to the divine, connected to spirit since they were born on the planet. They're years ahead of everybody else. Could be decades ahead of everybody else. That's the way of the future. It's not working yourself to the bone. It's not worrying about working yourself to the bone. It's about believing that you can have anything that you want in this lifetime. Anything. Anything. Do you know when it's going to happen? No. But if you're fearful about it, if you're worried about it, right? What you want gets further away. Quit playing with that nose, Spirit. Gets further away. Because negative energy is heavier than positive energy. Negative energy pushes back. Positive energy floats to you and surrounds you. And you're like, wow, this is fantastic. Do we know when that's going to happen? Well, more than not now. Because the energy on the planet is shifted. Every single solstice, every single equinox are going to be 100 times more than what they were before. With energetic divine power. And our connection to the universe. And we have to be able to recognize that. If we stay inside our bubble, you're never going to recognize it. If you keep trying to push forward against resistance, you're going to lose. Plain and simple, you're going to lose. Because when you were taught that 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 40 years ago, or 50 years ago, that's the way that it was. Not anymore. It's about allowing. It's about allowing, right? Plain and simple, it's about allowing. Again, I will talk about me being gifted a week in our soon-to-be hometown of Kihei, Maui, by somebody that I've known my entire lifetime. After she listened to Coaching for the Soul 2-3 weeks ago. They have a timeshare in Kihei. Billy, I'd love to give you a week. What? Did I believe we were going to go on vacation before we moved? Yes. Did I know how? No. It's not my worry. No, they're going to take care of it. Why worry about it? Why? When you can't control it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Another example of no worry, no fear. Yesterday, somebody bought a element package for $400, okay, for the year. Get 13 months for 12 months. It's a pretty good deal. Half an hour every month, right? Well, yesterday is Wednesday. I go to get my allergy shots 45 miles away. I drive my car there. I get my allergy shots. I go out to my car and the car doesn't start. What the hell's up with that? Car doesn't start. So I call my insurance. I get on the app and blah, 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 blah. $195 later, the tow truck comes to give me a jump. $200 for a freaking jump. Okay? Okay. Jumps my car. I drive back to this side of town. I go to the Bell Tire. And for the first time in I don't know how long, they're not slammed. And so I go in. I said, I need a battery. No problem. Which one do you want? Well, $205 later, $215 later, plus tax. Okay? My $400 is gone. Gone. Did I worry about it? Not at all. They brought me the money to pay for that. When you allow it to happen, it happens when you're supposed to have it. Just like the vacation. Do I know how we're going to get there? No, it's not my worry. They'll take care of it. Do I know how we're going to pay for food and pay for the no idea. Them. I know that they've got my back, or they wouldn't have brought me the vacation in the first place. Now, have I always been able to accept those two situations? No. But when I threw that damn chair away last October 2nd, that I've talked about, right? At the end of a Mercury retrograde, October 2nd, 2022, through my chair of 57 years, my rocking chair that my mom saved my life in 3 different times at the hospital. Didn't think about that energy in my freaking chair, right? Till I horrible Mercury retrograde. And everybody remembers it. Just like the one we just had, right? Horrible. Life-changing. Throw that chair away, Bill. You throw it away. It's 57 years old. Mom said blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what I did? I threw that damn chair away in the garbage. Into the dumpster. Within 2 hours, my energy completely cleared. Completely cleared. And from then, it's been up, down, up, down, up, down. But guess what? I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about anything. Because guess what? They're going to take care of me every single time. Every time. Got COVID, right? Don't know if I got it at the psychic fair in Rochester Hills 2 weeks ago, or if I got it on the airplane, right? I don't know. But it infected Denver, Colorado pretty good with COVID. My sister, my family, people at the funeral. I mean, I don't know how many people. So I didn't know till I got home. Oh, it might be COVID. I thought it was a cold. Things happen for a reason. Things happen exactly how they're supposed to happen. Was I worried about it? No. I work from home. I'm wearing a mask if I go anywhere. Okay, no big deal. Did I get looks? Of course I did. I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I don't care. I'm not living off their love. I got my own. See? So as we go forward, it's about allowing. It's about taking that fear, which is ego. It's nothing but ego. Being afraid, thinking too much, worrying about stuff that you can't control. Oh my God, what if? Oh my God, what if? Oh my God, what if? Brother-in-law found out at the beginning of the year that he had leukemia, he was going to die. What can you do about that? Nothing. Nothing. They did treatments, they didn't work. He's connected to his God. That's what he did. But 5 days before he died, he planned his funeral. Who does that? People who are connected. He did the music. He did what they were going to say. He picked out the pictures for the pictorial. Who does that? Somebody who is connected to his God. Just like I am with my spirits. He could do nothing about that. He made peace with that. He made peace with that. And we have to allow ourselves to not be fearful. It is the worst instinct ever. Worst instinct ever is to be in fear. Because you can't control it. We can't control anything. It's about understanding that as long as we allow our spirit guides, our guardian angels, the universe, to push us where we're supposed to go, because we all have a soul journey that our souls signed before we came back to the planet. And it has everything to do with the ascension. It has everything to do with us becoming these light worker beings of absolute knowledge and love. And as we ascend, as we all are going to, we become more and more and more about who we're supposed to be this lifetime. It's about recognizing the fear and letting that shit go. Let it go. Chimes. I'm telling you. The only way to get from here to there is to let fear dissipate. Every time you get fearful, why am I fearful? I'm worried about money. Biggest thing anybody says. I'm worried about money and a relationship. Well, honey, if you don't love yourself first, how the hell is somebody going to love you back? RuPaul. It's the God's honest truth. If you don't love yourself, nobody's going to love you the way you want to be loved. Because they don't want your baggage. And what you do attract is somebody who's got baggage. Number one rule. You got to love yourself. You got to get internal and go, why am I fearful? Why am I so afraid of what's to come? Because I don't know. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. That's the plan. You've never known. You thought you were controlling it. No. Oh my gosh, Bill, this popped up, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, and what are we going to do with that? Well, I don't know what I should do. Really? What do you think? Well, Bill, you're supposed to be telling me that. Okay. I can tell you that, but are you going to listen? Are you going to use it to your advantage? Or are you going to just hear it and go, oh, it makes me feel good right now. I know he's coming. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy because this is going to go away. No, it's not. If you don't participate in your journey, nothing's going to change. You'll get little poofs of positiveness. And everything else will be a struggle. Bill, I'm just not getting what I need. Bill, I'm just not getting. What do you mean you're not getting? It's about receiving. Being able to receive. Being grateful for what you have. Is everything you've ever wanted in your life? No. Probably not. None of us have everything that we want. But what does third dimensional want? Stuff. Stuff. No. Why are people throwing away their things? Because they're unburdening themselves with that energy. Understanding, right? that as we go through, as we connect to our fear, as we let that shit go, you gotta let it go. It doesn't serve you. Bill, how do I do that? By talking to yourself out loud. Talk to yourself out loud in third person. Example, Bill, what's that fear all about? We're not doing that. Oh, no, we're letting that shit go. We ain't playing that game. That's not who we are anymore. We're not playing that game anymore. No, we're not doing that stuff. Poof, it disappears. Because I'm instructing myself how I'm supposed to feel. We're not playing that game. There's no reason to be fearful about anything. Yesterday, prime example. I received $400 in a payment, and I spent $400 in a matter of 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. What am I going to do about it? Can't change it. It came to me so that I could take care of things without worrying about it. Without worrying about it. That's how it works, everybody. If you allow them to bless you, you'll be blessed. If you don't allow them to bless you because you're thinking too damn much, you're in fear. But what if? But what if? But what if? But what if you walk across the street today and somebody hits you in a bus? Can you control that? Well, Bill, I could look both ways. Okay, but what if you don't see the bus? If today's the day you're going to pass, guess what? Love you. You can't change anything. All you can do is live your life loving yourself, loving other people that belong in your life, and not the people that don't belong in your life, right? Positive out, positive back. Negative out, negative back. That's the way the law works. That's all this works exactly like that. So if you doubt yourself, why do you doubt yourself? If you don't know what to do, why don't you know what to do? Have you asked them what to do? When I ask them what to do I get an automatic response? No. Because it's not the time for them to tell me. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. But I have an agenda. I have a date. Good luck with the date. Because you're not going to make the date. And if you do make the date, guess what? It's going to blow up in your face so big that you're going to be like, Bill, I should have never. I know. Right? Example. My nephew got money left to him by his dad. Okay? A pretty good chunk of cash. He'll be 26 in July. My sister's hoping he'll pay off his student loans. Nah, he's 26. He's going to buy a new car. That's what I would have done at 26. In 3D. See? Not worried about those loans. He's 26 years old. He's got the rest of his life to pay for them things. Have to understand that's what a 26-year-old is going to do, is get himself a new toy. I understand that. That's why his dad left it to him. So I can drive a car or a truck that my dad helped me buy. And I love my dad, and he's in heaven, and I love him so much, and I'm so thankful for my dad. That's what it's about, right? I'm not paying off a bill. No. If money comes to you, it's for you to use for your advantage. Does it mean, Chimes, does it mean that you have a $100,000 bill that you need to pay? And you're asking for $100 million for $100,000? And you're asking specifically for that amount of money to pay that bill off? When the $100,000 comes, what are you going to do? Better pay that off, because that's what it's for. But they won't tell you that. You have to be dedicated enough and believe enough that, guess what? Spirit brought me this $100,000 so I could relieve my fear of that $100,000 bill that's hanging over me. That's the way it works. Okay? It's not about receiving the money that you asked for and using it for something else. Because guess what? Bad karma. They have an idea what you're going to do with it because they listen to everything that you think and say. Everything that you say, they hear everything. Everything. Even if you're freaking talking in your sleep, they hear it. Do they do they think that once you get to the point of ascension, that your word is golden? Yes. Yes. Right? Prime example was me yesterday. Payment, money out. I took care of business. Do I have more money in my bank account? No, because I'm not supposed to have that money in my bank account. Am I upset about it? No, I'm cool with it. Guess what? I don't have to worry about paying that bill of $400. I have to worry about it. Asking Lee, being in a struggle. No. They brought me the money. I paid for it. That's what it's about. Being honest with yourself, Spirit says. Being honest and forthright and believing they're going to take care of you. With money, with knowledge, with power, with ascension, with everything in your life, because they do. Right place, right time. Yesterday's a prime example of that. Right place, right time. Because I'm like, okay, oh my gosh, look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, guys. So understanding that what we project, we receive. What we project is what we believe. We can say, I deserve that. Really? Why do you think you deserve that? Because I do. Okay. What are you doing to allow it to find you? Well, I'm trying to do my meditations and I'm trying to talk out loud, but my life is really busy. Well, guess what? Not going to get it. Not going to get it. Life doesn't have to be busy. You choose for your life to be busy so that you are involved in things that you're not ready to do. Or you're filling your time up with stuff that doesn't serve you. And that has nothing to do with kids, right? Kids deserve all your attention and all your love and the whole 9 yards, right? All of it. Understanding that your children listen to everything that you say. From the time they're born, they're freaking sponges. Even if they're starseeds, everybody. Only they're looking at their mom and their dad and have an internal conversation with themselves because they're older than us most of the time, more advanced than us. Why is she talking like that? Man, why is she talking so bad about my brother? Or why is she talking about my mom like that? Why is she talking about this like that? What are you pegging your children with when it comes to labeling them? As a troublemaker, as hyper, as ADHD, as gay, as trans. No. Right? Understanding that who you are is super, super important. My gay child is important to me. My trans child is important to me. Right? My 2-year-old is important to me. And she's the most beautiful little mindful spirit that I've ever seen in my life. Now, my son is crazy. You really saying that? Think about that. 2 years old, he's a boy. Even gay boys were the same way, right? We're boys. It's in our DNA to be a boy. Play in the dirt. Throw stuff around. That's what we do. We're finding out who we are. But those narratives that come out of our mouths when our kids are small, even when they're grown, the narrative in their head, they have to overcome, just like we've had to. Just like we've had to. And they're starseeds. Not third dimensional at all. They are 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 12th dimensional. Because that's where they're going. So every time that you start to think about what you'd like to say in front of that child, you better shut up. It'll come back to haunt you. In my lifetime, I've had so many moms tell me to my face, either in friendships or neighborhood stuff or what I do for a living now. I didn't teach my daughter to talk to me that way. Oh, yes, you did. Because it's the way that you talked to her when she was 5. I didn't teach my child to beat up her sister. Well, how many times did you hit her in the face? Because you didn't like what she was saying when she was 5 or 7 or 8 or 13. You're teaching your children how to be hateful. You're teaching your children how to not love themselves. You're teaching your children how to be bullies. Because that's what you are. Because you're messed up and now you're putting that on the child. Think. In this new dimensional energy that we're really going into in the next 2 weeks is the time to make amends. It's the time to go, you know what? I need to stop saying those things in front of my kids. In front of anybody. Take them out of your vocabulary because it's your problem, not theirs. And when you put that energy out there, guess what you get back? More aggravation, more frustration, more negative energy. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you at all. Not at all. And people wonder, why, Bill? I don't understand how come I'm not further? Well, what do you say to yourself in your head? Ego. What do you say out loud to your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife or your children or your best friends? What do you say? I have pretty much moved away from all of my friends. And maybe except for one. And we're on a text back and forth basis and this is pretty cool. But the rest of them are negative and third dimensional. I got time for that. I am going through this process of movement into 5th dimension for good. And all of us are going too. Getting ready for this big move to Kihei Maui in the fall. Do I believe it's going to happen? Yes, I do. Well, the vacation wouldn't have happened. Getting us ready to go to Hawaii, for me to feel the energy, for everything to come boom, 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 right into place. Would I be able to do that? We were planning on it. Asking Spirit to bring us the money, right? Come on, bring it to us. I'm ready to go. But a friend brought me a week in Maui, in Kihei, through a timeshare, as a gift. Now, who put that gift in there? That's how it works, everybody. That's how it works. That's how it works. If you don't put love out, you're not going to get what you want back. If you don't put flow out, right? You have to flow from your heart and connect to the universe. I'm going to cry. Sorry, guys. I have so much spiritual stuff in me right now. It's crazy. My crown chakra's all lit up. My back of my head's all lit up. It's what it's about. We have to put that energy of love out there so we can receive what we're supposed to receive in love. And I thought that was hogwash, quagmire, whatever. Come on, there's no way. I'm telling you that this old 12,000-year-old Capricorn gets it. I get it. And the only way is to stop the resistance. Stop your resistance to movement. Stop your resistance. It's ego. Stop your energy of, oh my gosh, I'm working so hard and I'm not getting ahead. Then stop working so goddamn hard. But Bill, I have to, ask them to bring you money. Ask them to bring you lottery. Ask them to bring you a windfall. Ask them for a gift. That's what you got to do. If you don't have that constant connection with your guides, energy, and love every day, not going to happen. Sporadic does not work, everybody. That's 3D. I'm invested this much, but I think it's this much. My ego tells me it's this much. It's not that much. It's this much. Truly, it's this much. But ego has you thinking, oh my gosh, I live in it every day. No, you don't. If you're worrying, you're not. If you are, but what about, you're not. That's how much spirit's in my house right now, right? You're not getting it. And so what you're doing is putting up resistance to the universe, bringing you everything that you want, that you talk about, that you yearn for, because you think it's going to make you happy, because you don't love yourself. I always thought that was hogwash too. What are you talking about? Love myself. Of course I do. I'm pretty great. Well, ego. But I truly believe I'm good. I truly believe I'm pretty great. I truly believe that I'm a good human. I truly believe that I've always been a good human. But humans are goofy sometimes. But I never understood the love portion until now. Through struggle, through disappointment, right? Never having a teacher, everybody. Only had them to guide me. That's a struggle. When you've always been the teacher, which I happened since I was a child, the leader since I was a child, the one who knows since I was a child, to not have that person like me in front of me that I can actually learn from. No, it was already downloaded inside my body. I just needed to go the hard route because I signed up for with my soul journey, right? 12,000-year-old Capricorn. I can do that stuff. No problem. I'm 12,000 years old. Of course, I've been through this a number of times. I'll be fine. Who the hell did I think I was? Hello? No. Had to do the hard time for the past 5 years to get where I'm at today. All of you now do not have to do that much. You don't have to do that much. Trust me. Because we have answers now. 5 years ago, I didn't have any answers at all. Thought I was moving to Kihei, Maui, and I was going to be this author, and I was going to be this guy. No, not yet. Because I was still a muggle. With a voice in his head, right? That's why we're doing this today. Because we have to understand that to get what we want, we have to let our fear go. We have to love ourselves. We have to be in love with ourselves. Because when you're in love with yourself, your vibration raises. And what's up here? Love, money, stuff. Not out here in 3D. That's struggle. That's struggle. Well, Bill, how do I? By doing all the things that I've taught you in the past 5 years. That I've learned. Talk out loud to your spirit guides. Ask for what you want. Believe you're going to get it. Do you know when? No. I don't know when I'm going to get it. I didn't know when that vacation was going to come either. I didn't even think there was a possibility that somebody would gift me that. I just thought they were going to bring it to us. And they did. In a different way. Because we don't know how it's going to show up. It's not our job to know how it's going to show up. We just have to accept it when it comes. And so many times we don't. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted, Bill. Really? Are you sure about that? Sure that job's not what you want to do? Bill, it's not really. Okay. That school that you got into, I was hoping for more. Well, hope is an ego word. That don't work at all. I was hoping for, really? Did you ask? Well, no, I really, it sounds silly to me when I'm talking out loud to myself. And there's nobody really there. Well, of course, there's nobody really there. Really? Well, there's a creator. There's a God somewhere. They could be alien gods. I don't know. But we come from somewhere. And we're going through this transformation after 12,000 years, and you're a part of it. So why wouldn't you buy in? Why wouldn't you do what you need to do to make your life change over time? It's not a one-time thing, not a two-time thing. It's a lifestyle of believing you deserve everything that you want in this lifetime. Cars, houses, vacations, doesn't matter. Perfect partner, whatever, because they do exist. Perfect partners do exist. Perfect jobs do exist. Do we know what the jobs in the future will be? No. But be open to receiving those jobs. Be open to receiving that money. Be open to receiving that love. Well, Bill, he's not really what I really was looking for. I mean, I would like a guy who's, makes more money. Or I would like a guy who's able to have better sex with me. Or I'd like a guy who Okay, well, did you say that to them? Well, no, but this is what they brought me because you didn't say anything. But he's your match. Let your freaking guard down, right? Maybe you're supposed to bring abundance to your family with him. Chimes. Better sex with him, right? More houses with him. Maybe he's the light that triggers you to connect to spirit. You don't know. Same thing with females, right? Guys are dumb as dirt. And emotionally dumb as dirt, psychologically dumb as dirt when it comes to knowing who they are. We're getting there, right? We're getting there. But our DNA is not to really think about things like that. We think about survival of the family, of ourselves. Protection. That's what men do. And that's changing. But our DNA is still our DNA from back in the day, 12,000 years ago, right? Exactly. So it's the same way when a guy says, Bill, she's not really, well, you know what? Are you asking? No, not really. Okay. Then you take what you get and you try it and you see what works, what doesn't work. But what you have to understand, they brought you that person for a reason. It might be to make a choice. Might be to make a choice of, well, you know what? He's not the person that I would, or she's not the person I would normally date. But you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. You know? That's how it works. That's how it works. Right? Are they priming the pump? They might be. Or that woman turns out to be an amazing person and you fall in love with the way she is as well as the way she looks. That's the key. That's why opposites attract. Have you ever seen a person who's really good looking and the person they're with truly is okay looking, but not extremely beautiful? The woman's not extremely beautiful or the guy's not extremely beautiful. Because opposites attract. It's not in what I look like. He loves me for being me. She loves me for being me. He loves me for being me. Right? Because we're all good looking in our own way. We truly are. But the beautiful people, the Brad Pitts, and the things like that, that's got to be a struggle. Beautiful people on the street, got to be a struggle. Because are they loving you for the way you look, or are they loving you for who you are? And that's the key. That's why we have to be open to receiving the love that somebody's bringing to us. Have to be open to receiving the money that we've asked for. Can't ask for. Receiving the job that we want, that we asked for. The house that we want, that we asked for. I'm not a fortune teller. And sometimes people think that I am. It's not it at all. I'm a soul coach, right? I get people to go from one point to the other and let their stuff that doesn't serve them, lets it go. That's what element packages are all about. Right? That's what they're all about, is helping people through to understand what that F is going on in my life. I don't get it. I don't understand. But we have to let go of the anger, the fear, the what ifs. Distance ourselves from people that no longer serve us. Hear that. That no longer serve us. Who's the most important person in your life? You. Then your children, then your husband. If you're a man, it is yourself, it is your wife or your partner, and your children. Cohesive group. Cohesive group. Because in the future, that's all it's going to be. Will we have friendships? Yes. Will they be on the same level? Probably so. Because the ones that are going will get there. The ones that are not going will not. But as we go through this transformation, okay, with indictments, huge portal right there. Accountability, karma, right? And it allows people to go into their transformation from what they believed from 2015 to now without judgment from anybody else. Understanding that, wow, it is as bad as I never thought it would be that bad, but it's pretty bad. Yeah. Because Pluto's in Capricorn again. Capricorn's a government. We all live under the government, right? So as it shifts like it has, as the energy shifts, as the government changes, as the world shifts, as the world changes, we're all part of that. And we have to take our place in that by first loving ourselves, letting our worry go, allowing energy to come to you, allowing stuff to come to you. Go, so Spirit, what the hell was that about? I could have said that yesterday. I might have said it once or twice. Like, Spirit, what the hell? Come on, I drove here. I don't know why all of a sudden my car doesn't start. Well, the battery had authentic gunk on it. I used to check underneath my hood twice a month. Since I'm doing this for a living, not ever. I'm kind of way up here. Thinking, it'll take care of itself. Or they'll take care of it. Well, they did. That's the key. Is allowing. That's the key. Is to allow the flow to come and grab us and move us forward. Activating us. So all of a sudden, how do I know that? Ooh, I got chills. How do I know that? And how do I know that? How do I know that? Oh my God, I know so much now. What the hell's going on? I don't get it. Yes. Yes. Because they're activating you, because guess what? You got to go with us. And then you have to battle your ego with the fear, with the but what ifs. But I have to move because I want that apartment or I want that house. And oh my God, I got to be there by March of 2024. Why? Yeah, why? Because I have to. I have to get out of where I'm at. I don't like living with these friends. Okay, and that's, you have to have that. Well, what are you doing yourself to be okay with where you're at so they can bring that to you? Because you chasing it ain't going to get you nowhere but aggravation. Plain and simple. When you chase something, it's going to blow up in your face like a freaking cream pie. You're going to go, I can't believe, my God, I can't believe that happened to me. Well, guess what? You're not conscious. You're living in third dimension, chasing something that you should be allowing yourself to be brought to you. Right place, right time. Right place, right time. So when you think that's the time, like I say, I believe we're going to move in October. Could be 24. But they're taking us to Maui this year for a reason. Do I know what the reason is? Kinda. Connection to the earth, connection to Lemuria, connection, and for me to be put into really, truly 5D and staying there. Coming home and absolutely getting rid of everything that we have in our house and in our lives. Is it exciting? Yeah. Is it daunting? Oh, it's daunting. Do I worry about it? Not at all. Last week I was worried about, my gosh, when we move, all my plants, I've had some of them for 30 years. I mean, I don't know if they're like my children. I mean, there's 15-foot trees and 10-foot rubber trees and all this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy in my house. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And Bill kicked in and went, they'll take care of it, Bill. They'll take care of it. Don't worry about that stuff. It's not your job. It's their job. They'll take care of it. Somebody will come and take the plants. Somebody come and take all the furniture. Except the beds. Our beds are going with us. Taking my bed, he's taking his. Perfect. Everything else is brand new because it's already furnished. Do I worry about getting? No. Don't worry about nothing. Because you can't worry about anything. You have to believe and trust. You have to believe that they're going to take care of you because they will if you let them. If you don't let them because you're thinking too freaking much, you're going to step on your feet and not move nowhere. You're going to stay in the same place you are today, last week, months ago, years ago. So you have to allow. You have to believe that you deserve everything that you want. And you got to get rid of fear. Got to. So that all went really fast. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the feed and I will answer them before I delete this about 8 o'clock tonight. If you guys would please, I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel at Bill Hobart. If you would please go over and like the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to subscribe if you would. Leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, because when you do that, they'll take the algorithms. I'd love to hear what you think about the video. Okay? Hi Bill's okay, but I'd like some more, just so that for myself, I can look and see, okay, they got it. This person really didn't understand, and I can answer that question on the YouTube channel, which was up there forever. So don't be surprised if you get an answer on YouTube from me. So summer solstice is next Wednesday. Find the grid, everybody. Find the grid. Okay? Get yourself prepared. Understand about the dreams. Understand about the connections. Understand about the people. Understand the love, right? And understand that what's going on right now is transformation in the government. It is transformation of other 3Ders on the planet to wake up and come with us. Chimes. All right? So, namaste. I will see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock, the day after the solstice, for Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See you guys.